Hey everybody, how y'all been doing? Alright, so it's been a few days since my last post. Actually, right now I've been focusing on my road to success. That's been the main focus on on my vlog. But before I continue on that, first I wanted to tell a little tale, something that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I always meant to post about it, but for such because I got so many things going on, I never actually finished. I never actually took the time to write it, and so here I am. So this is actually something that I would classify as paranormal. I'm a believer in the paranormal. I believe that there's things out there that we cannot explain. And I do believe that there is definitely some spiritual dimension to all of this, to this world, to this universe. Anyways, what happened to me is something that happened only a few times in my life. I've had a couple of experiences from it. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about it in depth in another video. But I want to talk about this experience in particular. And just a couple of nights ago, a couple of weeks ago, it was a Saturday. And I went to this friend's house for a few drinks. Actually, I usually go to his house every weekend, just about every other weekend, for a few drinks. But usually I stay for drinks and then I come back to my house. But because I moved farther away, I now live in the outskirts of the city. So now what I do is whenever I go to his house, I usually spend the night. So a couple of weeks ago, they did just that. I went over there and I had a few drinks and I spent the night. And so I got well, I didn't get drunk, but I did get kind of buzzed. Just like in the zone. So we drank till like, you know what? Actually, we slept early. It was like 11:30, like midnight. We had started real early. And on the other hand, I actually hadn't had much to drink lately. Uh, I've been drinking less and less, so now I get drunk real easily. Like I used to be able to drink a lot, but now not so much. Which in a way is good because you lose weight, and it's just not good to drink too much. So that's one other good thing. But anyways, back to the story. It was around 11:30, and I went to sleep. So far, so good. But then I woke up, and I remember it was almost 4 in the morning. It was like 3:50 or something, and I woke up because just outside the window to my room, the dog was barking, and she was barking really aggressively. She was like really mad at something, like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," like so. Well, there's a lot of stray cats in the neighborhood, so I just thought, I don't know, she's probably barking at some stray cat. So, just gonna wait for the freaking dog to shut up so I can go back to sleep. But she eventually stopped after a couple of minutes, and then I was like a little relieved, like finally. So then I put my head back to sleep, and that's when it happened. As soon as I went to sleep and I closed my eyes, um, I could hear somebody laughing on my right ear. I was lying on my bed, on like sideways, and like right here I heard something like, and like it was like even freakier than that because it was kind of like halfway between a laughter and a growl. So it's like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was kind of like that. And then that freaked me out, and I tried to move, and that's when I noticed that I just couldn't move. I couldn't. I was lying on my side, and I tried getting up, and I couldn't. I felt like somebody was holding me down. And like I said before, I had this happen a couple of times in my life, and some would easily dismiss it as sleep paralysis, and it makes sense to a point. But and I've read about sleep paralysis, and it does seem like it should be, but this time in particular, like all the coincidences, like the dog barking aggressively at 3 in the morning, and as soon as she stopped, I start hearing this laughter, and then I couldn't get up, and then so what I did is I'm actually a Catholic. I mean, I'm not devout. I mean, I don't go to church every weekend. As a matter of fact, it's been a long time since I've been to church, but I do believe there's a God. I believe there's a God, and I believe, like I said, I believe there's definitely a spiritual dimension, let's call it. So the thing is, I did the first thing it would occur to me to do is I actually I started reciting the Our Holy Father in Spanish, but Our Holy Father, the hallowed be thy name, yada yada, in Spanish. And as soon as I started reciting it, it went away. The laughter stopped, and whatever was holding me down went away, and I was able to move again. And that's it. It went away, never came back. And I told about it to my friend and his mother, because he lives with his family right now. He's living with his mother and dad and brothers. And I told him all about it, and the mom was like, "Yeah, like that sort of stuff happens here. So just grab some of that holy water over by the dining room, and just spread a little holy water throughout the bedroom where you stayed at." So I did it anyway, just to be sure. But yeah, that was definitely unique. It's been I've only had that happen a couple of times before, but I have felt and I couldn't like look over, but I could see like some sort of a shadow holding me down. It's happened to me, but this time, like actually hearing somebody laugh, like right into my ear, that is the first time it happens, and it was a little scary. But again, these are just too many coincidences for it to be just sleep paralysis. The dog was barking, I started hearing the laughter, and then I started feeling hold me down, and it all goes away as soon as I started reciting the Holy Father. So take that as you will, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments.